Gateshead Council News, Spring 2023. Dear resident, since the last issue of Council News, there have been some significant developments which will undoubtedly have an impact on Gateshead's future. This is a key time for investment in Gateshead, and we welcome the announcements from Government of £20 million from the Levelling Up Fund and £11.6 million from the UK Shared Prosperity Fund. This funding will support us in delivering projects that will secure jobs, help attract new businesses to the borough and be a catalyst for future regeneration. We've also signed the historic devolution deal, which will bring £4.2 billion worth of investment to the North East. We've also confirmed our budget for 2023-24, and whilst recognising that we'd like to have the resources to give more support to our residents, particularly at such a challenging time, we have agreed what we firmly believe is our best option and which will resource priority areas. We've also listened to feedback from residents to ensure we invest further in environmental services. The views presented to us during consultation are crucial to helping us change and improve our services for the future. So in response to the Leisure Service Review consultation, we've agreed to a 3-month extension to ensure those who have not already done so have the opportunity to respond. Please give us your views. However, despite the challenges we continue to face, we must not lose sight of the role we can play in helping to tackle global problems. Climate change affects us all, but is also something each one of us can help to address. In this issue, we focus on projects that are being undertaken in Gateshead to help us, as a borough, be carbon neutral by 2030. And we're asking everyone to think about these small changes you can make in your daily life to help the environment. The collective impact of us all rethinking how we live could be significant. We'll continue to work hard with residents, businesses, community groups and all of our partners, whilst also fighting for what we believe will give the best opportunities for everyone in Gateshead to thrive. The future of Council News. Following the recent budget consultation, we will reduce the number of Council News issues for 2023-24. However, we feel it's important to continue to create Council News to ensure everyone, especially those who are unable to or choose not to get their information online, receive the latest information about what is going on across Gateshead. Tell us what you think. We're always looking for ways to improve Gateshead Council News, so please take a few minutes to tell us what you think about this magazine at https://consultation.gateshead.gov.uk/survey/1160. Copies of our short survey will also be available in your local library. How to keep up to date. There are many ways to find out what's happening across Gateshead, and you can keep up to date with our latest news and services updates by signing up to our e-newsletter, Gateshead Now, at www.gateshead.gov.uk/Gateshead Now. You can also follow us on social media on Facebook /Gateshead Council, Twitter @Gateshead, LinkedIn, and visit our website www.gateshead.gov.uk. Budget agreed. We've agreed our balanced budget for 2023-24. Councillor Martin Gannon, leader of the council, said when we started to consider budget proposals for the upcoming financial year, we'd already lost 56% of our budget for services over the last 13 years, so we knew we were going to have to make very difficult decisions. We have agreed what we believe is the best option we have, whilst accepting that it is not the situation we would like to be in. We understand the frustration felt by everyone at the increases to council tax, especially whilst in a cost of living crisis. But our council tax support scheme will continue to help those struggling the most. Some key issues were rightly raised during our public consultation, particularly the importance of our street scene and environmental services. We've listened to these views not only by removing these proposals from our savings for this year, but also by investing an additional £2 million in environmental services over the next year. We know how important this will be to residents and will hopefully restore more civic pride in our beautiful borough. We're all working incredibly hard to minimise the impact of our reduced budget on the people of Gateshead, and will continue to lobby government to try to ensure local services are funded in a sustainable way in the future. We strongly believe the current funding system is unfair and not right for our borough. We now have £977 less to spend per resident since 2010. Over 25.8 million reserves will be used to help address the funding gap. Over 19 million will be invested in social care. Over the next 12 months, 2 million will be invested in environmental services. Council tax will increase by 2.99%, with an additional 2% increase to the adult social care government charge. We've agreed savings of almost £13.1 million. Update on the future of leisure services in Gateshead. Have your say. Public consultation will close on the 8th of May 2023. On January 24th, Cabinet considered an updated report on the future of leisure services. Following 7,000 responses to the public consultation, which took place in November 2022, and further consideration of the impact of the potential closures, the sites that were more at risk of closure changed from Gateshead Leisure Centre and Dunstan Leisure Centre to Gateshead Leisure Centre, no change, and Birtley Swimming Centre. The report recommended that Gateshead Leisure Centre and Birtley Leisure Centre should close from the 31st of March 2023. However, recognising the shock that residents who use Birtley Swimming Centre would feel regarding the recommended closure, Cabinet agreed to grant a 3-month extension to the consultation period to allow leisure centre users who have not previously responded to have their say on the impacts of the recommended closures. Cabinet also agreed to invest £900,000 from our reserves budget to keep the sites open during this time. Although we can fund the centres once this way, budget pressures mean we will not be able to continue to use reserves to sustain our leisure services in future. Please give us your views if you have not yet responded. No final decision on the future of the leisure centres has been made. The address to leave your views is www.gateshead.gov.uk/consultations. An updated report will be presented to Cabinet on June the 20th, 2023. Happy 25th birthday, Angel. Our iconic Angel of the North has reached another milestone, celebrating 25 years since it became part of the Gateshead skyline. The Angel had special visitors, including children from Harlow Green Community Primary School and St Aidan's C of E Primary School, who have both been working with local artists on Angel-inspired activities as part of the Angel 25 celebrations. The Go North East Angel bus also stopped by to mark the occasion. Councillor Angela Douglas, Cabinet Member for Culture, Sport and Leisure, who also attended the celebration, said we're always very proud to celebrate our Angel of the North, which represents many things to us, including our heritage and our strong commitment to improving the borough, in this case through cultural regeneration. It's become the backdrop to key moments in people's lives. It's a symbol not only of Gateshead, but of the North East, and for many, the Angel means home. I'm delighted that all of the children were able to join us for this special occasion, and it was great to see some of the work that they've created. It just shows how inspiring our Angel continues to be. To mark 25 years of the Angel arriving, a number of activities are continuing to take place. To find out more about activities for the Angel's 25th birthday, visit www.gateshead.gov.uk/Angel of the North. Be responsible and recycle your vapes. Vapes, or e-cigarettes, have increased in popularity in recent years. Over 3 million are discarded across the UK every week, and of these, 1.3 million are marketed as disposable. Disposing of them incorrectly in your household waste or recycling bin can be dangerous. Councillor Linda Green, chair of the South Tyne and Weir Waste Management Partnership, said, "I really dislike the term disposable, as they are anything but. Vapes contain a battery, which if thrown in your bin and collected by our crews, can be damaged during processing and spark, setting fire to combustible materials around them. This is particularly hazardous in our waste facilities and collection vehicles, where they can cause large fires and present a real danger to life. Vapes are fully recyclable, so I urge all residents using these devices to recycle them responsibly once finished." Vapes contain batteries and need to be taken to your nearest household waste and recycling centre to be recycled, or they can be taken to your nearest large supermarket who have a legal obligation to recycle them. Vapes also litter our streets, costing us additional money to clean up. Vapes can leak toxic materials which are harmful to the environment if not disposed of in the correct way. Rechargeable devices save on waste. Find your local household waste and recycling centres. Visit www.gateshead.gov.uk/HWRC. Remember to vote. Local elections will take place across Gateshead on Thursday the 4th of May. Key information you need to know for the election is: you need to be on the electoral register to vote, and you must be registered by Monday the 17th of April 2023 to vote in May. You can register to vote online at www.gov.uk. For the first time, you must bring photo ID with you if you vote in the polling station. Suitable photo ID includes a passport, driving licence and an older person bus pass. These must be the original document. If you don't have suitable photo ID, you can apply for a free voter authority certificate or VAC. You can apply for a VAC online at www.gov.uk/apply-for-ID-voter-authority-certificate. Come to the Civic Centre or contact us for a paper form. You can apply for a postal vote rather than go to the polling station. You must apply by 5 p.m. though on Tuesday the 18th of April to vote in May. For more information, go to www.gateshead.gov.uk/elections or contact our elections team on 0191 433 7001 or email electoralregistration@gateshead.gov.uk. Councillor Angela Douglas, chair of the Community Safety Board, said domestic abuse and violence can happen to anyone, but they disproportionately impact women, and this situation is more difficult for women who are financially disadvantaged. Women are more likely to have caring responsibilities for children and elderly relatives, so may not have access to their own income. The cost of living crisis may make it even harder to leave an abusive relationship. Alice said, over the last few decades, we've made a lot of progress in relation to gender equality, but we still have a long way to go. We need to create conditions that enable women and girls to reach their full potential, which means supporting them throughout pregnancy and beyond, providing well-paid employment with good terms and conditions, tackling violence and abuse, and addressing female-specific health and care needs. Achieving true gender equality benefits everyone, including men and boys, so we must make these recommendations a reality if we're to make Gateshead a place where everyone can thrive. 45% of single parents live in poverty. 90% of these people are single mothers. 50% of women avoid places in Gateshead as they feel unsafe, compared with 30% of men. 1 in 56 women in Gateshead reported domestic abuse in 2021. The full report is available at www.gateshead.gov.uk/public health. Clean up for historic high-level bridge. A large amount of graffiti has been removed from the high-level bridge between Gateshead and Newcastle, including hundreds of tags and spray-painted messages. We've carried out the difficult task of removing spray paint and marker pen from locations all over the complex cast iron structure, along with the pedestrian walkways on the eastern and western sides of the bridge. There is still graffiti present on the bridge, which has been difficult to access or remove, but the work completed to date has significantly improved its appearance. The Grade 1 listed bridge is owned by Network Rail, who are responsible for maintaining the overall structure, which dates from 1849. We, with Newcastle City Council, share responsibility for maintaining the road and paths with Newcastle the Highway Authority. Up to the 5 team members at a time spent a total of 12 days cleaning up the bridge. Councillor John McElroy, Cabinet Member for Environment and Transport, said the high-level bridge is a beautiful place of our history and an extraordinary piece of Victorian engineering. We're glad to be able to play our part in maintaining the structure and helping to improve its condition for all those using it every day. Better walking and cycling access to come. Work has started on new and improved pedestrian and cycle crossings at the southern end of the Tyne Bridge and at the nearby entrance to Bottlebank, following a successful bid to the government's Transforming Cities Fund. The new single-stage crossing of the A167 will form a vital part of plans to improve walking and cycling infrastructure between the town centre and Quays area. This route, already important for access to the Sage, Gateshead and Baltic Centre for Contemporary Art, will become even more so as the new Sage Arena and Conference Centre is completed in 2025. High numbers of visitors are expected to travel to the new complex by public transport, so a high-quality link from the Gateshead bus and metro interchange will be important. The widened pavement and improved crossing at the top of the Bottlebank will also improve pedestrian and cyclist facilities and safety in the area. Shining the spotlight on the regeneration of Gateshead and the North East. Councillor Gannon, leader of the council, has given an update on major announcements about future investments in Gateshead. We've recently secured £20 million funding from the Department of Levelling Up and £11,634,466 from the UK Shared Prosperity Fund, whilst also signing the historic £4.2 billion devolution deal for the North East. The £20 million Levelling Up Fund will be invested into the Sage Arena, Conference and Exhibition Centre. The Sage will act as a catalyst for the regeneration of Gateshead, with a wider riverside renaissance unlocking a potential £2 billion worth of investment, which will be fundamental in transforming the riverside from Gateshead Quays to the Derwent Valley. The Sage is projected to drive an additional 1 million visitors to the quayside, which will lead to rising footfall through Gateshead Town Centre, impacting positively on local business, plus driving tourism and the visitor economy in the North East. Sustainable jobs. Through attracting businesses, Gateshead will benefit from the more long-term sustainable jobs for residents. Investment from local and national businesses will increase our income through additional business rates, which will support vital council services and help bring forward further areas of residential and commercial development. Shared Prosperity Fund. In addition to the LUF investment, central government have approved our plans to invest Gateshead's £11.6 million UK Shared Prosperity Fund allocation. The funding is an opportunity to boost productivity, enhance employment opportunities, tackle inequalities and deliver real change for Gateshead's communities. Over the next 2 years, we'll be investing in areas such as Gateshead Town Centre, where improvements will be made to increase footfall, and in green spaces such as Riverside Park and attractions along the Tyne and in the Derwent Valley. Residents will benefit from support to gain new skills and qualifications, return to work, progress in work or explore self-employment. We'll be investing in efforts to drive business startups, including social enterprises, and help local businesses to thrive, innovate and grow. The funding will help us respond to the challenges of climate change as we help build pride in place and increase life chances across the borough. Find out more at www.gateshead.gov.uk/UK SPF. Devolution. At the start of the year, the Right Honourable Michael Gove MP, Secretary of State for Levelling Up, Housing and Communities, met with me and the leaders from the other 6 local authorities alongside the Mayor of North Tyne in Gateshead to sign the devolution deal. The deal is set to transfer new powers to local leaders in the North East to deliver skills training, transport and housing. This devolution deal represents a significant opportunity to make a difference to people who live and work in the North East, and could have a hugely positive impact on the big issues that matter to you. Whether that is new and better paid jobs, more affordable housing, or placing ourselves at the forefront of going carbon neutral, the chance of more decision-making powers and millions of pounds in funding will have a major impact on the North East. The Sage Arena, Conference and Exhibition Centre. 12,500 capacity international grade arena. International grade conference and event space, including 17 conference suites. 5,720 square metres state-of-the-art exhibition space. 2,520 square metres adaptable meeting space. 2,000 jobs. £70 million annual boost to the region's economy, and £350 million plus investment. Clean Air Zone improving air quality. Drivers are being reminded of the important reasons behind the introduction of the Clean Air Zone in Newcastle and Gateshead. Non-compliant taxis, buses, coaches and HGVs have faced charges to drive into the zone since Monday the 30th of January. Private cars are not affected by the Clean Air Zone and do not have to pay any charges. Non-compliant vans and LGVs will be charged from July. Councillor John McElroy, Cabinet Member for Environment and Transport, added, improving air quality is a big priority as this has such a significant impact on everyone's health. Poor air quality is linked to serious conditions, including heart disease, cancer and breathing problems. Older people, children and those with existing health conditions are more likely to be affected, and air quality has been shown to be often worse inside vehicles than outside them. Poor air quality has been linked to between 28,000 and 36,000 premature deaths in the UK every year, including hundreds in Newcastle and Gateshead. People can check whether their vehicle will be charged and if they need to pay. They can also make a payment using the National Clean Air Zone website, www.gov.uk/clean-air-zones. Owners of non-compliant vehicles can apply for a grant to help upgrade to a less polluting vehicle. The Clean Air Zone covers most of Newcastle city centre, as well as routes across the Tyne, Swing, High Level and Redhow bridges. For more details and to view an interactive map of the Clean Air Zone, visit www.breathe-cleanair.com. Brighten the Day offers free school holiday activities in Gateshead. We all remember running out of our school at the end of term looking forward to the holidays. However, for some children in Gateshead, the school holidays bring uncertainty around what will replace school lunches and how their days will be filled. That's where #Brighten the Day comes in, a programme of activity days in targeted locations across the borough. These days include a meal for the children attending and are totally free. This is made possible with money from the Department for Education's holiday activities and food programme. The days are targeted at children who receive benefits-related free school meals, but a small number of places can be allocated to other children, such as young carers, children with an education, health and care plan, all looked after children. Children have enjoyed a wide range of activities, including circus skills, sports activities, theatre craft, dance, futsal, salt dough modelling, and much more. This year we'll see cooking classes, gymnastics and a trial of teenage activities added. Activities will be available for families to view and book ahead of each of the school holidays at www.gov.uk/Brighten the Day. Plus you can watch a short video of previous sessions. If you work with young people who qualify for free school meals, young carers, children with an EHC plan, or looked after children, sign up to the Brighten the Day mailing list by emailing brightentheday@gateshead.gov.uk and be amongst the first to hear about our free school holiday activities. Get ready to vote. The shortlist for the Gateshead Awards is currently being finalised and the public will be able to vote for their winners from Monday, March the 27th. The annual awards, which are sponsored by local organisations, celebrate those who demonstrate their local pride by going the extra mile to help their community to thrive. Categories range from Carer of the Year to Business in the Community. Voting will be closed on Sunday the 14th of May and our winners will be announced during a ceremony due to take place on Wednesday the 21st of June. For more information, go to www.gateshead.gov.uk/Gateshead Awards, or you can contact the Mayor's Secretary on 0191 433 2011 or by email at mayorsoffice@gateshead.gov.uk. Gateshead Food Network and warm spaces. The cost of living crisis in the UK has resulted in unprecedented pressures on people already living in poverty, and despite support given by the government, thousands of people in Gateshead will be forced to make tough decisions about when and what they eat, what they can do in life, and when they can afford to heat their home. Councillor Catherine Donovan, Deputy Leader of the Council, said the winter months have undoubtedly been the hardest for people, with extreme weather conditions and food poverty at record-breaking numbers. During this time, the support from our partners in helping the community has been invaluable and a phenomenal effort. Gateshead's food network and the warm spaces have been especially influential in their efforts. We would like to thank everyone who's gone the extra mile to help their local communities, and particularly those most in need. 38% of children in Gateshead are described as living in poverty. When energy prices first began to rise in 2022, we worked with our partners to create a network of warm spaces where people could come along to keep warm, receive a cup of tea and be welcomed into a space with dignity and respect. Warm Spaces has been a huge support to people over the winter months, and we're delighted that a number will continue to open their doors going forward. Dunstan Family Church, based at Teams Life Centre, is a warm space and gives users the option to join in activities, have a free lunch, or simply sit inside with a drink and a biscuit. Margaret Carlin, who runs the centre, said, "We're deeply aware of the huge impacts that the energy crisis is having on many living with the local community, and will continue to provide a warm and welcoming space for people to spend time in." As well as being a warm space, we can also offer people advice on the services that Gateshead Council provides and what benefits they're entitled to. We have a large group of volunteers and regular attendees who rely really on this space. We want to keep this warm space going for as long as people need it. Christchurch in Felling is also a hugely successful warm space who welcome many people every Wednesday. During their visit, they get a hot drink and a nice biscuit. Christchurch is always a hive of activity, which offers a sociable aspect for users and people of all ages and backgrounds who come along. The Gateshead Food Network has also been a great help for residents throughout the cost of living crisis. Gateshead Food Bank provides 7 days of emergency food to local residents and families who are struggling to afford basic essentials. The food bank has 3 locations across the borough: Blaydon, Birtley and Gateshead Town Centre. Leslie Ann Watson manages the Gateshead Food Bank and explains how it works. Local professionals who are referral agents will refer residents and families to us, and we will give up to 7 days' worth of provisions. We also have financial inclusion advice and a support service for those who are interested, but it's totally up to the service user. Most of our donations come from local supermarkets and community hubs where members of the public drop off what they can. Everyone is struggling at the moment, but people still come together to help others. However, donations have seen a significant decrease, so the strain on food banks is high. These are really tough and scary times for people, and it's been hard on us as a charity as the demand has doubled, yet the donations have decreased. Any donations are so appreciated and really do make a difference to people's lives. Rising energy bills. The cost of gas and electricity is going up again this April, which is just after the government support scheme ends. On average, it will cost a household £3,000 a year to pay for gas and electricity bills. However, this is an average figure and does not mean that everybody's energy bills will cost £3,000 per year. Some households will pay less and some will pay more. The reason for this is that the energy price cap is increasing, which means that gas and electricity suppliers can raise what they charge for each unit of energy used for their standard variable tariffs. It can be hard to get a straight answer on how this will directly affect individual energy bills, but the best place to get this information is from your energy supplier. Each supplier has a responsibility to clearly explain how the price cap will affect their customers, so they should be providing this information. Customers on fixed rate tariffs will not be affected by the price rises until their fixed rate ends. While prices are rising, there are things you can do to help reduce their energy usage, and the less energy you use, the lower your bills will be. This can include small things like turning lights off in rooms that aren't being used, or making sure you're not overfilling your kettle, which could save £43 a year in energy costs. But these savings all add up. According to the Energy Savings Trust, these are some of the most cost-effective measures. Reducing the boiler flow temperature to 60 degrees C for heating that could reduce energy costs by £100 a year. There's a guide on how to do this available at www.energysavingtrust.org.uk. Draft-proofing gaps in door frames, windows and letterboxes could save up to £125 a year. Switching items off properly and not leaving them on standby could save up to £65 a year. And washing clothes at 30 degrees C or less and reducing the amount of washes could save up to £34 a year. More tips and advice are available from the Energy Savings Trust, National Energy Action and Citizens Advice. Visit their websites to find out more. If you can't afford to pay. Due to the rising cost of energy and the cost of living crisis, some people are not going to be able to afford the energy they're using. If you're struggling to pay your bills, there is help available. The first thing you should do is contact your energy supplier. It will help to contact them as soon as possible. Not only does it show that you're willing to engage with them, but they may also be able to provide further support. The support on offer will vary between suppliers, but can include help with energy efficiency to bring bills down, breathing space for any outstanding debt, or information about grants. Every energy supplier should be able to agree an affordable repayment plan that covers your usage as well as something for the debt. If they're unwilling to do this, then you can raise a formal complaint with your energy supplier. Once a formal complaint has been raised, the supplier has 8 weeks to negotiate an affordable repayment plan with you. If they cannot do this, or you receive a letter of deadlock, you can take your complaint to the Energy Ombudsman. You can also contact Citizens Advice Gateshead for further advice on what you can do and what your rights are with your energy supplier. We can also check if you're eligible for any other financial support, either in relation to your energy bills or anything else related to the cost of living crisis. You can ring us on 0808 278 7902 or email us on advice@citizensadvicegateshead.org.uk. Contact us online at citizensadvicegateshead.org.uk or drop into any of our community advice venues. £168 million investment in council homes. Plans have been approved that will see significant levels of investment in council homes across Gateshead over the next 5 years. These plans include £14.2 million to be spent on a heating improvement programme, including installation of new green energy systems. £59.5 million to replace kitchens, bathrooms, electrical systems, doors, windows and roofs. £12.4 million on general home improvements, including upgrade works to communal spaces and facilities such as door entry systems and increased CCTV coverage to improve security. £7.5 million for adaptations to homes to ensure independent living for tenants and their families. £3.6 million of continued investment in building safety improvements and £3.2 million investment in environmental works, including garages. As well as investing in current homes, plans are also in place to build 400 new council homes and to take forward key estate regeneration projects such as Felling Town Centre. Councillor John Adams, Cabinet Member for Housing, said, "We need to improve and maintain the quality of our tenants' homes. There is also a need to build more affordable homes. We are tackling both of these issues head on. The Council will invest millions of pounds to make sure our tenants have suitable, well-maintained homes that they can be proud of. This level of investment over the next few years will also create employment and apprenticeship opportunities for local people, providing essential jobs and upskilling our future tradespeople." Service improvements driving home repairs performance. The introduction of new ways of working combined with targeted investment has vastly improved the performance of our home repairs service, and Councillor John Adams, Cabinet Member for Housing, is adamant this is only the beginning for our tenants. Last year, he said, we identified areas of the service that we required improvement, and the changes we made are transforming it to be truly customer-focused. Through improved diagnostics and investing in training and upskilling, we're now completing over 50% of repairs on our first visit. We had a sizable backlog of outstanding repairs, and these are on target to be completed by the end of March. We also introduced evening appointments, meaning we can now carry out repairs at a time that is convenient to our tenants. We're building resource in the right areas, and through greater efficiency, we're providing a better service while saving money in the long term. Another area in which the service has excelled is reducing the number of vacant properties awaiting renovation before being reintroduced for rent. Following an intensive period of recruitment, we now have much more capacity to turn around empty lets faster than ever before, meaning more homes for prospective tenants to choose from. If you want to report a home repair, call our customer service team on 0800 408 6008. Family hubs launch across Gateshead. We are one of 73 local authorities across the country who will be benefiting from the Department of Education's £302 million funding for family hubs. The hubs will offer help and support to families from early years support to parenting classes, all of which can make a difference, particularly to those families who are going through a tough time. An effective family hub will act as a single front door, making it easier for families to get the help they need and to improve the support on offer. This can include parenting support and infant feeding advice, as well as careers and employment support for teens and adults. Councillor Gary Haley, Cabinet Member for Children and Young People, said we are incredibly proud to bring the Family Hub's offer to our communities across Gateshead. By making critical services more accessible to not only parents and young children, but every member of the family, we can support our residents to live thriving lives. Gateshead Family Hubs will be rolled out across the borough through the existing children's centres over the next year. For more information on Family Hubs and Start for Life offer, visit www.gateshead.gov.uk/family hubs. Helping our communities to thrive. New home building accelerates with freight depot development. After lying vacant for over 25 years, one of the most historic sites in Gateshead, the former freight depot site off the Felling bypass, will now be redeveloped, with 270 new homes being built over the next 5 years. Led by Gateshead Regeneration Partnership, GRP, a joint venture involving Gateshead Council, regeneration and house building specialist Countryside Partnerships and registered housing provider Home Group, the site will include a range of 2, 3 and 4 bedroom homes. Each will meet Lifetime Homes standards, meaning they'll be suitable for all, including those of restricted mobility, and can be adapted as people's needs change over time. They'll also have much larger rooms, higher levels of energy efficiency and greater environmental performance than the average new build home. The development will also be the first housing scheme to be connected to Gateshead District Heating Network, a new low-carbon energy centre which generates both heat and power locally via a new 5-kilometre underground network of heat pipes. Once completed, it's expected 165 of the new homes will be available for sale, 25 to be offered for affordable rent, with the remaining 80 available for private rent. The scheme is also expected to have economic benefits, with new jobs being created for local people, including 15 new apprenticeships. Councillor John Adams, Cabinet Member for Housing, said it's fantastic to finally get this ambitious development in the heart of Gateshead underway. Regenerating an unused brownfield site into much-needed homes to meet local housing need will not only improve choice and availability, but will deliver an economic uplift for the town centre nearby. Give hope a home for unaccompanied young people. We have a growing number of young people arriving in the North East without their parents or a responsible adult to take care of them. Young people have the same needs regardless of their country of birth. They need adults to take care of them who can offer support to reach their potential and to be equipped with the necessary skills and knowledge to prepare for adult independent life. Many of these young people have been forced from their homes and family by war, famine and disease, or persecution and social upheaval. They've lived an experience that is beyond anything that we can imagine. Providing a home for an unaccompanied asylum-seeking teen can be an extremely rewarding experience as you provide them with a safe and secure environment that they need to thrive. Find out more about how you can support a young person, typically a teenage boy aged between 14 and 17, at www.nemp.org.uk/hope. Or call our fostering team on 0191 433 8333 between 8:30am and 5pm Monday to Thursday and 8:30am to 4:30pm on Fridays. North East adult social care staff launch campaign to work in their rewarding field. Staff from across the North East who work in a variety of adult social care roles are taking part in a recruitment campaign to promote the field as a career offering rewarding work. The Made with Care North East campaign brings together all 12 North East councils to deliver a recruitment and retention campaign aimed at encouraging people to work in adult social care. Current staff from across the North East have shared their stories and will feature on buses, trains and social media in the region, saying why they are proud to work in adult social care and encouraging others to do the same. Councillor Michael McNestry, Cabinet Member for Adult Social Care, said it's fantastic to see stories of successful careers in care being shared across our region. We're proud of all of our adult social care teams here in the borough and what we can offer them, including excellent training and development opportunities. To find out more about care careers in Gateshead, visit www.gateshead.gov.uk/care careers. Who's too old for adoption? How old is too old to be an adoptive parent, and at what age should a child have been adopted by? Adopt North East is the local adoption agency for our region, working on behalf of Gateshead Council. The truth is, there is no upper age limit for those wishing to adopt. In fact, more mature applicants are welcomed, as they often bring the strength of life experiences to adoption. As long as you have the health and vitality to meet the needs of a child in your care through to adulthood, whatever age you are, you can adopt. Adopt North East would particularly welcome applications by experienced parents who have children who are now adults, who feel that they still have a lot to offer as a parent. They could be an excellent match for an older child. There's no upper age limit for a child to be adopted, and a number of school-aged children are adopted each year. Sadly, children aged over 5 typically wait 13 months longer to be adopted, yet the need for an older child to find a forever family can be urgent, and Adopt North East works tirelessly for them. We'll find out more at www.adoptnortheast.org.uk or come along to one of the regular informal information sessions. Some are held online and others are in person. Details are on the events tab of the website. You can also email adoptnortheast@adoptne.org.uk or phone 0191 643 5000. Have an excellent time recycling this Easter. Easter is a fun time for all the family, but with an average of 80 million Easter eggs sold in the UK each year, it generates an incredible amount of waste. Help do your bit for the environment and follow our simple guide on recycling right this Easter time. Great news! Packaging from your favourite Easter egg can be recycled. You should remove any plastic inserts from the cardboard packaging and replace them both in your blue recycling bin. The foil your chocolate egg was wrapped in can be recycled, providing it is clean. Just pop it in your blue recycling bin and we'll do the rest. If the foil is soiled in any way, throw it in your household waste. Remember to flatten any packaging to save space and don't place recyclable items in one another. Any Easter cards you receive can be put into your blue recycling bin, providing they don't feature any glitter or foiling. And if you're given flowers as an Easter gift, once they lose their sparkle, they can be placed in your garden waste bin. If you don't have a garden waste bin, then sign up for collections at www.gateshead.gov.uk/garden waste. For a full list of what can and can't be recycled, visit www.gateshead.gov.uk/A-Z recycling. Sign up for garden waste bin collections today. Now that spring is upon us, it's finally time to start enjoying the garden again. Did you know we offer a garden bin collection service? Sign up today and we'll deliver a garden waste bin to your door and collect all your grass cuttings, hedge trimmings, leaves, flowers and plants every 2 weeks between April and October. Subscriptions cost £36 and collections take place fortnightly between April and October. For more information and to sign up, visit www.gateshead.gov.uk/garden waste. Easter bin collection dates. During the Easter bank holiday weekend, our collection crews will not be working on Good Friday. If your bin collection falls on Good Friday, Friday the 7th of April, it will be collected a day later on Saturday the 8th of April. An extra bank holiday has also been confirmed to mark the coronation of His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen Consort and will take place on Monday the 8th of May. Please note there'll be no change to your bin collection day, so please continue to put your bins out as usual. To check when your bin is due for collection, visit www.gateshead.gov.uk/bin checker. Why going carbon neutral matters to Gateshead. The climate crisis is a key priority for us, and it's so important that we now have an approved climate change strategy to help address that. This is a real problem with real consequences. If we don't take action, we'll have more flooding, more extreme weather events, and we'll see food poverty and fuel poverty worsening. We need to adapt how Gateshead works to reap the benefits of a cleaner, greener future, both to retain and create jobs. If together we can get this right, not only will Gateshead make its contribution to the worldwide effort to tackle the climate crisis, but will also address wider issues facing our communities. We're working with local communities who have differing needs to put together action plans for every council ward, and your local councillors will be working with those communities to bring those plans to life. We have wards packed with inner-city terrace streets, some with mid-century housing estates, and some rural wards with a patchwork of villages and fields and woods in between. Our new strategy commits us to take our climate change message into every corner of every community within Gateshead. There is the potential to reduce inequality and poverty, improve health and well-being, achieve better air quality, provide access to good quality and affordable food, and support our local economy to become more resilient and fit for the future. Everyone has a role to play, and if we get it right, we create a virtuous circle to really improve people's lives and help deliver on our Thrive agenda. Councillor John McElroy, the Cabinet Member Environment and Transport. Solar power revolution for Gateshead. A major new investment in solar power generation in Gateshead is now providing enough power for 1,000 homes. We've invested almost £4 million in solar photovoltaic PV panels at 4 key sites that we own in the town centre area, made possible by government grants. As the days get longer, we'll be taking full advantage with massively increased generating capacity. The project has delivered 2 giant solar parks, one on Baltic Quarter and a second on land next to Gateshead Stadium, as well as carports covered in photovoltaic panels at the Civic Centre and panels added to the roof of the Proto office building. Together, the 4 sites generate a total of 4.0 megawatts of green electricity, 12% of our total power use, supplied directly to around 18 public and privately owned buildings through a private electricity network across Gateshead Town Centre. All sites were installed by SAS Energy Limited, one of the UK's leading solar PV installers. The works were funded by the government's public sector decarbonisation scheme following a £7.5 million grant award to the council. This grant is also funding work to connect 4 more council buildings to Gateshead's heat and power network. The project is a key component in our drive to go net zero for carbon emissions by 2030. Before this latest investment, we previously installed solar panels generating around 2 megawatts of electricity on 35 buildings and schools right across Gateshead, including photovoltaic panels on the south and west-facing roofs of the Civic Centre. In total, solar energy now provides around 17.5% of power for all council buildings and schools. Councillor John McElroy, who's the Cabinet Member for Environment and Transport, said we've vastly increased the amount of solar power to continue our work to tackle the climate emergency and help protect the council against volatile rising energy prices. As we increase our capacity to generate renewable electricity and low-carbon heat, we're driving onwards to the goal of going carbon neutral by 2030. Miniature marvels and bountiful bats. Well, volunteers working to conserve and improve wildlife habitats have discovered evidence of harvest mice nesting in Gateshead almost 40 years after one was last spotted. Weighing less than a 2p coin, the harvest mouse is Britain's smallest rodent. Although mainly found in the south and east of the country and classified as near threatened, volunteers found the nest of a harvest mouse in the Derwent Valley. This discovery will enable us and our partners to help conserve the mice and their favoured habitats. Well, meanwhile, volunteers checking on the bat population in Gateshead have discovered their first ever brown long-eared bat. We've installed bat boxes as part of ongoing work to restore nature. Local volunteers regularly check the bat boxes in the Strother Hills ancient woodland site under a conservation licence from Natural England. The volunteers regularly find soprano pipistrelle bats in the boxes, but had a surprise in October 2022 when they found the brown long-eared bat, appropriately named as its ears are nearly as long as its body, almost 5 centimetres long. Ecologist Michelle McGinn said populations of both the soprano pipistrelle and brown long-eared bat have recently been shown to be recovering in the UK, showing the success of current legislation and conservation action. As well as providing much-needed roosting locations for bats, the installation of bat boxes provides an excellent opportunity for local bat enthusiasts to study the roosting preferences of these species to help inform how best to conserve them in the future. To find out more about harvest mice, go to www.mammal.org.uk/science-research/harvest-mouse-project/. Trees and flowers helping tackle the climate crisis. Thousands of trees and wildflowers have been planted across Gateshead in the last year, all adding beauty and colour and helping to fight climate change. The biggest planting site, White Hills Nature Park, has had over 14,000 new trees added, and there's been incredible progress with trees and wildflowers in a variety of locations across Gateshead. In last year, we've also worked with Friends of Saltwell Park to create an orchard with 80 fruit trees. Once established, we hope the fruit will be enjoyed by the local community. Established additional orchards in Felling Park, Ferndean Park, Dunstan Park, Kibblesworth Park, Chopwell Park, Swalwell Park and Chase Park in Wickham, as well as the non-parkland locations such as on Kingsway in Sunnyside. Benefited from funding from Tree Council, Trees for Cities, and through working in partnership with the Woodland Trust and Durham Wildlife Trust. Planted and encouraged wildflowers in parks and roadside locations throughout Gateshead, which helps with drainage when it rains, reduces weeds and means less maintenance is required overall. But the programme needs time and investment to bring to fruition. We've worked with Tyneside Beekeepers Association to add new hives to Saltwell Park to provide a habitat for bees which are under threat nationwide but are so important for our local ecosystems. Councillor John McElroy, Cabinet Member for Environment and Transport, said, "We've been very proactive about tree planting in the last year, with more to come in 2023. We try to cover every ward in Gateshead if we can." Along with orchards, we've also established nearly 100 heavy standard trees across Gateshead, and this programme is partly about the climate, partly about improving biodiversity and making Gateshead more environmentally friendly all round. We want to improve where people live and contribute to making Gateshead healthier. The trees planted in the last year form part of the North East Community Forest, as well as the Queen's Green Canopy to celebrate the 2022 Platinum Jubilee. Find out more about climate change work in Gateshead at www.gateshead.gov.uk/climate change. Recycling crockery and glassware, a first-class idea. Glassware has been saved from landfill after we worked to find them new homes. We were made aware that the train operator LNER was replacing more than 5,500 items previously used in the first-class carriages of LNER trains, and they could end up in landfill if new use could not be found for them. Our older persons housing team contacted them to see if we could collect the surplus items so they could be distributed to people in Gateshead who could make use of them. The project was planned knowing glassware and crockery could be very useful in communal lounges of sheltered schemes where the residents socialise together, as well as providing extra equipment for various other community groups from the voluntary sector in the borough. With the help of our neighbourhood management team, items have been distributed to 18 sheltered schemes and 12 community projects, including Pickle Palace and Kittiwake Trust. Councillor Michael McNestry, Cabinet Member for Adult Social Care, said the most popular items have been the trolleys from trains. They've proved really popular for serving teas and other meals. We did not want anything to be wasted, and fortunately, LNER were kind enough to give us the time to collect them. We're delighted the crockery and glassware have fulfilled two purposes. Items that might otherwise have been dumped into landfill now have many more years' use in them, and residents have gained some high-quality items to improve their communal lounges. Among the treasure trove of high-quality items that were collected were 3,000 glasses, 684 sugar bowls, 200 milk jugs, 96 champagne flutes, 50 catering trolleys, 49 juice jugs, and 5 vacuum flasks for tea and coffee. Do you have a recycling or reuse idea that could save items going to waste? Let us know by emailing climateaction@gateshead.gov.uk. Get growing. Community group NE40 is helping to increase biodiversity and encourage pollinators by distributing seeds and plant pots to their members across 4 villages in the west of Gateshead. The NE40 group covers households living in Crawcrook, Ryton, Clara Vale and Greenside. The group has 1,300 members on its Facebook page, but Secretary Karen Maguire says their reach is even bigger than that, as most members have their whole family involved. NE40 runs numerous initiatives, events and competitions aimed at enriching and supporting the local community. The group aims to achieve this with minimal cost to those taking part, so all sections of the community can get involved. Their latest initiative involves delivering seeds and pots and other supplies to community residents young and old and asking them to create new nature-based areas of colour and beauty, either in their own yards and gardens or on unused corners around the villages. Karen said, "Rewilding is a way of helping nature look after and repair itself. We want to help restore natural, healthy ecosystems, along with families enjoying time together and creating some wonderful pots, plants and window boxes. We may be a small group on the large scale of Gateshead, but we always aim to think big." Well, the seeds being distributed are a mixture of sunflowers, poppies and various other wildflowers. Karen is keen to find any spare corners of land that could be planted up with seeds, and the group also has ambitions to develop the former Greenside Bowls Club into allotments. If you're interested in getting involved with NE40, contact ne40together@gmail.com or search for NE40 Together on Facebook. What's your climate change pledge? The next important chapter in Gateshead's journey to going carbon neutral has won the support of our Cabinet. Back in 2010, we pledged to become a carbon neutral borough by 2030, and we've already made great strides towards that target, cutting our carbon emissions by 55%. Well, now we've formally adopted our new climate change strategy, and we're looking for people of the borough to help deliver that vision. Because we think the best way we can reach our 2030 target is to back up our work with individual pledges from those who live and work in our area. Will you make a climate change pledge to help us go carbon neutral by 2030? Go to www.gateshead.gov.uk/climate pledge to say what you can do. What climate pledge can be made to help us reach our 2030 target? Well, everyone is different, everyone has a different budget and different demands, but we can all do something to help tackle the climate crisis. Some changes are cost-free or even save you some money. Some are very cheap, some might require investment to make a longer-term saving. Please tick as many as you're able or type in one of your own. A pledge form for businesses is also available on the website www.gateshead.gov.uk/climate pledge. Travel. Replace short car journeys with walking, cycling or scooting. Manage with one car instead of two. Use public transport instead of a car for longer journeys. Ask a friend or colleague to share a lift. Walk your children to school. Home. Replace traditional light bulbs with energy-saving alternatives using 90% less energy. Be energy conscious to reduce energy consumption. Turn the heating down by 1 degree. Don't overfill the kettle. Switch off appliances on standby. Use your washing machine at 30 degrees C or less. Do an energy survey of your home and consider more insulation, whether you can afford to upgrade doors or windows or install low-carbon heating. Some measures like draft excluders are low cost. If you can afford it, invest in solar panels and battery storage to give a flexible, low-carbon energy solution. And reduce water usage. Food. Cut food waste by planning your shopping meal by meal. Avoid plastic packaging. Grow your own fruit and vegetables in your garden or an allotment. Eat locally grown and seasonal food whenever possible. Go meat-free for 1 or more days a week and cut back on dairy. Neighbourhood and community. Organise a litter pick and recycle plastic you find. Plant fruit bushes and trees and donate to tree planting schemes. Ask your favourite shops to reduce their packaging. Adopt and support community energy if available in your area. Advocate or support sustainable businesses. Write to your MP to urge climate action. Talk to friends and family about how to help the planet. Please return completed forms to Communications and Engagement Team, Gateshead Council Civic Centre, Regent Street, NE8 1HH. Fancy a stroll? If you're looking for an easy way to look after your body, mind and bank balance, walking is the answer. Not only is it completely a free way to exercise, it could actually save you money on fuel, parking or bus fares. Swapping a short drive for a walk also helps reduce air pollution, congestion and road danger. Walking for just 20 minutes a day reduces your risk of cancer, depression, heart disease and type 2 diabetes. And with the longer days and warmer weather just around the corner, now's the time to get out in the fresh air. All you need is a pair of comfortable shoes, but we have some extra motivation to get you moving. Gateshead Heritage Walks Festival 2023. From countryside to towns and former industrial areas, experience interesting views and learn something new about the rich history of your area along the way. Join a heritage walk and celebrate the great outdoors with a packed programme across May and June. Look out for a programme in your local library or book online from April at gatesheadlibraries.eventbrite.com. Download the Love Exploring app. Love Exploring is a free app that offers walking routes for everyone, from a virtual dinosaur safari in Rowland's Gill to a sculpture trail in Riverside Park. The app provides information on the length and predicted time it'll take you to complete the trail. Just visit the App Store on your mobile and search for Love Exploring. Choose your location and off you go. Discover Saltwell Park. Nestled in the heart of Gateshead, Saltwell Park is one of Britain's finest examples of a Victorian park and a perfect place for the whole family to enjoy. Visit www.gateshead.gov.uk/Saltwell Park for more information on what you see and do. You can also listen to a podcast recorded by some of Gateshead's art diamonds who share funny and written pieces with writer Susan Mulholland. Visit www.soundcloud.com and search for Saltwell Park. The Late Shows, Flower Power. Gateshead Central Library, Saturday the 20th of May, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Late Shows is Newcastle and Gateshead's evening culture crawl, an opportunity to stay up late to visit as many venues as you can, trying something new along the way. Gateshead Central Library will be blooming with our Flower Power theme. We'll have artists on hand to provide inspiration on all things floral. This year's Late Shows is part of our Arts and Heritage Emerald Explorers programme, featuring nature-themed activities, creative workshops, talks and walks for all ages. Find out more at www.thelateshows.org.uk and also www.gatesheadlibraries.eventbrite.com. An evening with Anne Cleeves. Tuesday the 21st of March, 7 till 8 p.m. Gateshead Central Library, adults only, £4 pre-booking essential. Join us for an evening with hugely popular local author Anne Cleeves as she talks about her writing career. She'll be telling us about her latest novel, The Rising Tide, and all things Vera. Lockdown Lives. The Gallery, Gateshead Central Library, until Saturday the 15th of April 2023. 23rd of March marks 3 years since the first lockdown, when we were all just adjusting to a vastly different way of living due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We've commissioned 10 artists to connect with people who lived in their local neighbourhoods to record this period creatively and document their lives. Lockdown Lives features a selection of work made by the artists and residents, alongside work made by children from Bladen West Primary School and Chopwell Primary School as part of the Voices project led by Newcastle University and Children North East. Thank you to everyone who took part. Lockdown Lives 2, St Mary's Heritage Centre, Tuesday the 9th of May to Friday the 30th of June 2023. Call 0191 433 4699 for opening hours. A second exhibition at St Mary's Heritage Centre will showcase new work made with artists and young people across Gateshead who reflect on their experience of lockdown 3 years ago. Lights, Camera, Gateshead. We've joined forces with North East Screen and the region in a commitment to create a thriving screen sector. Leader of the council, Councillor Martin Gannon, and Chief Executive Sheena Ramsey signed the filming-friendly charter in a pledge to help grow the sector in the North East in recognition of the economic benefits it can bring. In recent months, Gateshead-based production company 2603 celebrated the broadcast of Angels of the North Season 4, and Signpost Production produced Robson Green's Weekend Escapes, to name just a few successes. Gateshead has wonderful assets which complement the regional screen industry, including Proto's Advice Media Production Studio. Proto offers a unique combination of technologies: virtual production, motion capture, photogrammetry, 5G private networks, and XR equipment that enables hands-on experimentation, training and skills development to address gaps that exist today in the creative industry. The studio, which also includes a large LED volume and enhanced motion tracking capabilities, will allow creative and digital companies to design and develop new content and experiences. Proto will also be connected by a 10 gigabytes private network with Target 3D Studio in London, a unique 5G connected research and innovation offer which bridges the gap between digital and physical. Weekend Escapes. A Gateshead-based production company is behind the new BBC daytime programme Robson Green's Weekend Escapes. The series, which sees the actor visit beautiful places all over the North East, was co-produced by Signpost Productions, which is based at the Watermark Business Park. Signpost, which is part of ITV, has been based in the area for the last 20 years. It began by providing British Sign Language content for deaf viewers. Over the last 8 years, it's moved into content creation and has developed a large portfolio of programmes. Well, Signpost has a strong commitment to diversity and inclusion. It's won a number of awards for the work it does promoting opportunities for deaf and disabled programme makers. It's also formalised partnerships with higher and further education institutions to help young people get into the industry. One of these is a really successful partnership with Gateshead College. Well, Robson Green said the brief from the BBC that we tendered for alongside 30 other companies was simple. We were asked to showcase the North East and its people. So my company, Rivers Meat Productions, and the team from Signpost created a 15-episode pitch in which we took to the roads less travelled with friends, family and familiar faces to the hidden gems of the region, which is incredibly vast. During the journey, we would come across ordinary people doing extraordinary things to assist with our mental health and give our state of mind a boost. The show has been an incredible hit, he said, nationally, and I'm sure will appeal around the world as the themes we deal with are universal. The show has been a breath of fresh air for our national audience, and it was very much a team effort, with BBC Commissioner Helen Munson at the helm. What wasn't lost on any guests we had on the series was that the majority of the production team were from the North East of England. Councillor Malcolm Brain, Cabinet Member for Economy, said, "We've really enjoyed watching Weekend Escapes. The programme has evoked pride in residents across the region as it showcases the natural beauty, iconic landmarks and wonderful products we produce here in the North East. I'm delighted that the programme was produced right here in Gateshead. The screen industry plays an important role in creating a thriving economy by showcasing locations, employing local talent, using local trades and businesses. And I admire Signpost Productions' commitment to being a fully inclusive employer and developing local talent." Weekend Escapes can be watched on BBC iPlayer. £1.4 million awarded to transform Trinity Centre. A Gateshead-based charity is celebrating after being awarded a £1.4 million grant by the National Lottery Heritage Fund to transform the Trinity Centre on Gateshead High Street into a centre of arts, heritage and community. Gateway Studio, CIO, is one of the few dance-centred arts organisations in the North East and the only professional dance organisation in Gateshead. Funding will enable them to release plans to acquire, restore and convert the John Dobson Grade 1 listed former church into a contemporary space for use by young local people and community. While the building on one of Gateshead's oldest sites with the adjacent St Edmund's Chapel will be a focal point on the High Street. Gateway is working with the church commissioners who will be publishing a draft pastoral church building disposal scheme inviting the public to comment on the proposal and the Diocese of Durham to ensure proposals meet the requirements of faculty jurisdiction. Councillor Angela Douglas, Cabinet Member for Culture, Sport and Leisure, said Gateway Studio are a shining example of a thriving charity with culture at the heart of everything they do. They're delivering programmes that benefit local communities throughout the borough. As one of our only dedicated dance spaces in the borough, I'm sure the regeneration of the Trinity Centre will unlock their full potential. Allergy awareness for businesses. A new regional campaign aimed at cutting food allergy-related illness and deaths is launched this week. Around 20 deaths could be prevented in the UK every year if life-saving guidance related to food was followed. Councils across the North East have joined forces to spread the life-saving message to food businesses and are working alongside NHS health professionals to change the lives of people with anaphylaxis, a potentially life-threatening condition. It's estimated that 1 in 300 people will experience anaphylaxis at some point in their life. In the North East in 2019, there were 76 cases of anaphylaxis under the age of 18 and 1 fatality. A common cause of anaphylaxis is the consumption of or exposure to food allergens, most commonly in peanuts, tree nuts, cow's milk, egg, fish and shellfish, and sesame seeds and sesame oil. Symptoms range from mild itchy skin and swollen lips, face or eyes, to vomiting, abdominal pain and anaphylaxis. These symptoms can cause difficulty swallowing or breathing, poor circulation and loss of consciousness, and although rare, symptoms can be fatal. To raise awareness of the dangers, the region's 12 local authorities have produced a series of short videos for food businesses on their measures they should have in place to protect their customers who have a food allergy. Business Gateshead support for budding entrepreneurs. In the last year, Business Gateshead has helped over 200 residents to explore, enterprise and set up a business in Gateshead, from celebrations cakes to dog grooming. If you have a business idea, no matter how big or small, it's our team at Gateshead Council that can help you turn it into a reality. The team provide free, impartial advice on all business matters, including finance and funding, business planning, finding a business property and much more. A full training and workshop programme is also available. For an informal chat with the team, please complete the online contact form at www.businessgateshead.gov.uk/get-in-touch. Football, anyone? Historically, Felling Magpies have always been viewed as a football club, from playing on the old all-weather pitch at Heworth, pitches at Beacon Lock and pitches on Albion Street. The club settled on their current home ground at Wardley Welfare on Manor Gardens. Well, whilst the football club are exactly that, a football club, they are undoubtedly bringing more to the local community, with coaches who used to play for Felling Magpies and players who are the third generation to represent the club in their family. Felling Magpies is a family club who welcome everyone. Felling Magpies boast over 25 teams within the club and are looking to further boost these numbers. The club are currently recruiting for girls to get involved for new girls teams, as well as a women's senior team. There are also plans to create an inclusivity team, as well as their first futsal team have just started playing their games too. However, the future for Felling Magpies isn't all just about football. There are numerous community projects being planned behind the scenes, which will announce shortly via social media. The club are also on the lookout for new volunteers. You don't have to be or want to be a coach to help the club out. If you'd like to get involved or inquire about spaces on one of the teams, contact the club via their social media pages by searching Felling Magpies FC. Alternatively, you can email them at info@fellingmagpiesfc.com. Safer streets for residents of Birtley and Lamesley. Well, we've been successful in applying to the government's Safer Streets Fund, which provides money to evidence-based initiatives across the country that aim to reduce antisocial behaviour, ASB, and make our streets safer for all. Specifically targeting Birtley and Lamesley, Safer Streets in Gateshead uses a multi-agency problem-solving approach to community safety in addressing three priority areas: reducing ASB, crime, and the impact on the local community, improve environmental and housing standards in the local area, and improve community facilities and access to services, including those for young people. The Safer Streets team have been busy recently hosting workshops with partners from Northumbria Police, Tyne and Wear Fire and Rescue Service, our local voluntary services and counsellors to begin to develop a collaborative strategy. This included looking at the successful approaches taken by other Safer Streets initiatives across the country and how they could be applied locally. The strategy will include actions such as directly addressing antisocial behaviour in the area, working with residents and housing to provide neighbourhood clean-up days, recruiting volunteers and supporting local VCS organisations and funding for environmental improvements, among many other opportunities. For more information, visit www.gateshead.gov.uk/safer streets. Planning to celebrate the coronation. Are you planning to celebrate the coronation of His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen Consort, which will take place on Saturday, May the 6th? If so, there are lots of ways to get involved, including street parties, big lunches, and the big help out. Councillor Linda Green, Cabinet Member for Communities and Volunteering, said this is an excellent opportunity for everyone to come together and celebrate this wonderful occasion. It also gives us the perfect chance to think about how we may be able to help our local community groups to help those who need it the most at what continues to be a very challenging time. We'd love to hear from people looking to organise an event for the coronation so we can all give the advice and support they need to make sure that things take place safely. Find out more about how to host a street party or community event at www.gateshead.gov.uk/road closures or email culture@gateshead.gov.uk. Fun for the over 50s. Over 50 and looking to meet new people, get fit and have fun? We'll try one of the dozens of wellness classes and social activities supported by Gateshead Older People's Assembly. Zumba Gold, Mondays from February the 27th, 9:30 to 10:15 a.m, Renkinson Methodist Church, free through April the 3rd, £4 thereafter. Keep Fit, Strong and Steady, Mondays 11:45 to 12:30, St Joseph's Church Hall, Blaydon, £4. Walking Football, Mondays 3 to 5 p.m, Gateshead Stadium, and Fridays 10 to 12, Gateshead OPA, Deckham, free. Boxing training, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 12:30 to 1:30 at White Hills Centre, free through 2nd of March, £3 thereafter. Mobility Fit, Wednesdays 11:45 a.m. to 12:30, Marley Hill Community Centre, £4.50. Tai Chi, Wednesdays 3:30 p.m. to 4:30, White Hills Centre, free through March the 14th, £3 thereafter. Gentle Seated Yoga, Thursdays 1:30 p.m. to 2:20, Gateshead OPA, Deckham, free. Zoom Active at Home, Fridays 9:30 a.m. to 10:15, free. And Walk to Wellness, Fridays 11:30 start from various locations, also free. Gateshead Older People's Assembly sets up new classes for over 50s all over the borough, so if there's a class or activity you'd like to see in your area, please get in touch. For more information, ring 0191 438 1721 or email getinvolved@gatesheadopa.org.uk. To see the full list of activities running across Gateshead, please visit www.gatesheadopa.org.uk/what's-on. Wardley school children to represent UK at international competition. Pupils of Wardley Primary School's Robotics Club are heading to the USA in May to compete with over 900 schools from over 60 countries in the VEX Robotics World Championships. The team won the right to represent the UK at the prestigious event in Dallas when they were crowned National Teamwork Champions and won the Excellence Award, awarded to the strongest overall performers at the UK Championships last April. Daniel Burfield, Year 3 teacher at Wardley Primary School, who recently won Most Inspirational Primary School Teacher at the North East STEM Awards 2022, said for our robotics team to be representing the UK and America is an incredible achievement and a testament to their hard work and resilience. Our pupils have worked tirelessly, perfecting their skills throughout practice. It just goes to show that dedication can take you places that you'd never imagine. The Mayor of Gateshead, Councillor Dot Burnett, who saw firsthand the inspirational robotics being produced by the club, said, "I really enjoyed seeing the children interested in STEM initiatives such as this, and to see what the robots they'd built and programmed could do was truly inspirational. We always encourage our school children to dream big and work hard, and that's what they're doing now, and that could be the basis for a very successful career in the future." The Reese Foundation, Nissan and Washington Metalworks are instrumental in supporting STEM at Wardley Primary School. To help support their work, visit www.gofund.me/DB8051F6. The story of Choppy the Wallaby lives on. Residents of Chopwell Village in Gateshead experienced a rollercoaster of emotions following the arrival and then sad death of Choppy the Wallaby. However, Chopwell Primary School have worked with Chopwell-based multi-award-winning Digital Voice to make sure that everyone can hear his story. With the support of a grant from us and the National Lottery, an animation and new-style video report have been created looking at where Choppy came from, how he arrived and was rescued, and includes interviews with residents whose garden he lived in. Julie Nicholson, Managing Director at Digital Voice, said, "I'm so pleased that this project has been able to celebrate the bittersweet story of Choppy and given the community a chance to hear more about him, as well as a creative opportunity for the children. A big thank you to everyone who shared their footage, photos and time with us, the Chopwell Community Centre, school and council for their support to help make this a memorable end to the story." To watch the video, visit www.digitalvoice.org.uk/news. One New Gateshead is now Better Health Gateshead. Working in partnership with the Office for Health Improvement and Disparities, we have now rebranded our public health social media accounts as Better Health Gateshead. Originally called One New Gateshead, these accounts were set up to help raise awareness of important health messages as well as local services where members of the community can access support. Social media is not the only place we're adopting the Better Health brand though, as you may notice these council news pages look a little different. We're also busy updating the health pages on our website. This will make information for those not on social media easier to access, and using the Listen and Translate tool means the information will be more accessible to all of our communities. Although we've changed our name and look, our goal still remains to help you make healthier lifestyle choices. Whether you're looking to lose weight, get active, cut down on alcohol or quit smoking, Better Health Gateshead is here to help you point you in the right direction. Follow us at Better Health Gateshead on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube, and BH Gateshead on Twitter. Don't forget to share our posts with your friends and family. 10 tips to reduce stress. Life can be stressful. Our bodies and minds are all unique, so it's important to find the right way for you to reduce your own stress levels and improve your overall well-being. Here are 10 ideas from Tyneside and Northumberland Mind for you to try. Number 1, avoid caffeine, alcohol and nicotine. Although you may feel short-term relief, that's the problem. It's only short-term. Number 2, get moving. Proven time and time again, physical activity releases those happy endorphins and you will feel better for it. Number 3, get more sleep. You need to recharge, so allow yourself the sleep your body needs. Try relaxation techniques. There's so many out there, we could write pages. Do a little research and find the method suited to you. Tip number 5, talk to someone. Sometimes it's the last thing you want to do, but sharing your thoughts with another can really release a lot of worry. If you don't feel like speaking to someone face to face, send them a message. Tip 6, write, draw or read. Allow your mind to be somewhere else for a few moments and immerse yourself. Tip 7, take control. This means something different to everyone. For some of us, it could be writing a list. For others, it could be taking on a task that you've been putting off for a while. Whatever it is, find it and take control. Tip 8, manage your time. Making sure you leave yourself enough time throughout your day, whether it will be for work or to put the washing on, can make a huge difference. Tip 9. Learn to say no. Remember to look after yourself. If you need to say no, remember to. And tip 10. Rest. Finally, make sure you rest. Giving your body the proper time to recharge is invaluable. Do you need more support? Tyneside and Northumberland Mind offers free mental health support to Gateshead residents aged 16 plus. Their support line is available 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week on 0191 477 4545 or 0330 1743 174. Calls are charged at a local rate. Or you can visit their website at www.tynesidemind.org.uk. Conversations over coffee. Keep an eye out for the Recovery Connections coffee bike in your local area. Recovery Connections offer substance misuse services as part of the Gateshead Recovery Partnership, which provides drug and alcohol support for adults. Many of their staff and volunteers have experienced issues with drugs and alcohol themselves, which means they can support others with an added level of empathy and understanding. They offer training and support to show people that it is possible to overcome the problems they're facing, bring hope to those who are affected by addiction, and reduce the stigma and shame which is felt by many. To help their messages reach as many people as possible, they're now hitting the road with their new coffee bike. Councillor Bernadette Oliphant, Cabinet Member for Health and Wellbeing, explains. Estimates suggest that there are over 5,000 people in Gateshead who are in need of support for their drug and alcohol use. What's more, national charity AdFam suggests that for each person with alcohol or drug issues, at least 3 family members are affected, which would mean that more than 15,000 family members or carers, including children and young people across Gateshead, may also need support. The coffee bike is a fantastic way for our partners at Recovery Connections to engage with our communities, spread the recovery message and reduce stigma. It's an opportunity for everyone whose lives have been affected by drugs and alcohol to have an open, honest chat over a free cup of coffee and find out about further support if they need it. If you see the bike out and about in your neighbourhood or at a local event, be sure to stop by to say hello and enjoy a fresh cup of locally roasted coffee. For support and advice on alcohol and drugs, visit www.gateshead.gov.uk/alcohol or contact Gateshead Recovery Partnership on 0191 594 7821. Could you take part in innovative inequalities research? Residents and community organisations are being encouraged to take part in innovative research on inequalities, which aims to improve health and well-being across the borough. We are developing a health determinants research collaboration, HDRC, with Newcastle University to create HDRC Gateshead, which will develop and build research infrastructure, capability and capacity over the next 5 years that will ultimately help residents to live healthier and more fulfilling lives. People's health and well-being is influenced by a wide range of factors, including housing, employment, education, access to services, support during childhood and poverty. As a result, there can be as much as a 10-year difference in life expectancy for 2 babies born today in Gateshead, depending on the circumstances into which they're born. To address this, a deeper understanding of the factors that have an impact on health is essential. Through HDRC Gateshead, residents and community groups will be able to help us identify how best to tackle inequalities through people-led research that will go into influence and create change in our area. To find out more about the research and to take part, please email hdrc@gateshead.gov.uk. Don't miss your cervical screening. 2 women die every day from cervical cancer in England, yet it's one of the most preventable cancers, and getting screened can help stop it before it starts. Screening checks for certain types of the HPV virus that can cause cell changes to your cervix. Cell changes are easily treated, and this prevents cervical cancer. So if you're aged 25 to 64, look out for your screening invitation and contact your GP practice if you think you may have missed your last one. For more information, visit www.nhs.uk/cervical screening. Stay switched on. You may be eligible for free support from your energy supplier. Sign up to their priority services register. All energy suppliers have a priority service register. By signing up to this register, it lets your supplier know that you may need extra free support. Lots of people can register. All you need to do is contact your energy supplier and tell them about your situation. If you're eligible, they can help with things like advance notice of power cuts, priority support in an emergency, or sending bills to a family member or carer. We've listed opposite the groups who are normally eligible. If your situation isn't listed, you might still be able to sign up and check with your energy provider. Check if you're eligible, contact your energy supplier or visit www.energynetworks.org/b-winter-ready. If you have a different supplier for gas and electricity, you need to contact them both. Am I eligible? You can have extra support if you are disabled or have a long-term health condition, have a hearing or sight condition, have a mental health condition, are recovering from an injury, are pregnant or have children under 5 living with you, have extra communication needs, such as if you don't speak or read English well, need to use medical equipment that requires a power supply, have reached your state pension age, have poor or no sense of smell, and would struggle to answer the door or get help in an emergency. If your situation is not listed, you might still be able to register, for example if you need short-term support after a stay in hospital. Produced by NHS North East and North Cumbria Integrated Care Board. Longer and healthier lives, ambitious new plan for better health. An ambitious new plan aims to help people in our area live longer, healthier lives by 2030. Better health and well-being for all highlights the region's challenges from lower life expectancy to high child poverty rates and sets ambitious targets for the future. Our region has done a great deal to improve people's health, but the statistics still make for difficult reading. Sadly, people here still die younger and live with illness for longer than other parts of the country, especially in our most deprived communities. Not everyone has the same opportunities to be healthy because of where they grow up, live and work. The plan aims to reduce the gap between us and the rest of England so that all our communities can live healthier and happier lives. The partnership goals include tackling smoking, cutting alcohol-related hospital admissions, reducing the suicide rate, increasing the cancer survival rate, and doing more to help people live healthily. The plan has been developed by the NHS, local councils and voluntary community and social enterprise organisations who have come together as an integrated care partnership for the region. You can find out more about the NHS and its partners' ambitious aims for the future at www.northeastnorthcumbria.nhs.uk. Healthier Together, a helping hand for your family. We all worry when our little ones are poorly, and sometimes it's hard to know how best to help them. From tummy bugs and chicken pox to bumped heads and mental well-being, the Healthier Together app or website offer practical advice from medical professionals 24/7. They tell you what to look out for, what you can safely treat at home, and when you need professional help. You can also find tips on everything from milk allergies or emotional well-being to questions such as, should my child go to school today? To find out more, search online for Healthier Together North East or download Healthier Together from your app store. New LGBT+ service for young people in Gateshead. A new NHS service is helping young people with questions around their gender identity or sexual orientation. It's operated by the Humankind charity with support from the NHS's North East and North Cumbria Integrated Care Board, the ICB. To find out more, visit www.humankindcharity.org.uk or call 01325 731 160. New strategy aims to improve the lives of children and young people with SEND. This year, we're launching our new Special Education Needs and Disabilities SEND participation strategy to improve engagement in the important decisions that impact the lives of children and young people with SEND in Gateshead. This includes enabling children and young people to have their say on issues that impact their everyday lives, including transport, support in classroom environments, support to live more independently, and how to live healthier lifestyles. The 2023 to 2026 strategy has been co-produced by our SEND team, the Gateshead SEND Youth Forum, Gateshead Parent Carer Forum and Gateshead's SEND Strategic Board. Councillor Gary Haley, Cabinet Member for Children and Young People, said, "Our vision is that all children and young people have equal opportunities to meaningfully participate in the decisions that affect them. We aim to embed participation across Gateshead and are constantly striving to improve our communication with children and young people who want to have their say on the issues that impact their daily lives. We're really proud of this strategy and hope it can help to make a real difference to the lives of children and young people across the borough." The strategy is available in 3 formats so that it's accessible, including an audio strategy and printed strategy. To access the digital versions of the strategy and get more information about SEND services available in Gateshead for children, young people and their families, visit www.gateshead-localoffer.org/. To order a print strategy, contact our SEND team by email sendteam@gateshead.gov.uk or phone 0191 433 3626. Easlington Primary School receives prestigious UNICEF UK Gold Award. Pupils and staff at Easlington Primary School are celebrating a prestigious award from UNICEF UK. The school has been awarded Gold, the highest accolade by UNICEF's UK Rights Respecting Schools programme, in recognition of its commitment to providing children with the best outcomes whilst enabling them to become respectful and positive global citizens. UNICEF is a world-leading organisation working for children and their rights. Michelle Richards, head teacher at Eslington Primary School, said, "We could not be prouder of our children and staff for their commitment to the rights respecting agenda. The UNICEF values are woven through every strand of our curriculum as we see this as a priority in today's world. Putting children's rights at the heart of our school was also noticed by Ofsted when we were once again graded outstanding for our school's 3rd consecutive inspection. A huge thank you to our pupils, staff and entire school community for supporting this fantastic success and recognition of our values in Easlington." Birtley Primary School pupil races for Great Britain at Karting World Final. Birtley Primary School staff and students are celebrating the fantastic achievements of inspirational pupil Daniel Minto, who represented Great Britain at an international karting competition. Daniel, who's aged 10 from Birtley, has been only karting for 2 years before winning his place in the Rotax World Finals, which were held in Portugal. Daniel qualified on pole position, a fantastic achievement on his first big event abroad, and finished 5th overall. This year, Daniel will be racing all the major events he's eligible to race in, including the British Championship and the UK Championship. Everyone wishes him the best of luck and looks forward to seeing how his karting career progresses. Government funding announced for refurbishing schools in Gateshead. Several schools in Gateshead have been awarded funding from the Department of Education to carry out major rebuilding and refurbishing work for this year. The school rebuilding programme will fund refurbishment projects at schools and sixth form college buildings across England, with buildings prioritised according to their condition. Tens of thousands of pupils are set to benefit from new modern energy-efficient school buildings as part of the project. Following successful applications, 3 schools in Gateshead will see improvements to their buildings as part of the programme. They are Blaydon West Primary School, St Joseph's Catholic Infant School in Birtley and Wickham School. The refurbishments will start from this year in order of priority, with the government selecting the first 50 to benefit from the scheme. A total of 400 schools and sixth forms across the country have been awarded refurbishment funding, and the Department for Education has pledged to complete each project within the next 5 years. For more information on the school rebuilding programme, including eligibility and how the schools were selected, visit www.gov.uk/governments/school-rebuilding-programme. Chopwell Primary School brings art to life with Illuminating Art Show. Chopwell Primary School has brightened up the dark nights by holding its own light festival and illuminating pupils' amazing artworks. All pupils at the school contributed to the light show by making their own sculptures with the help of their parents, carers and staff. Each class worked on the sculptures based on their topic for the half-term, which included transport and trade and extreme weather, as well as the early years department focusing on the beloved Gruffalo story by Julia Donaldson. Visitors were also treated to some amazing acts and entertainment while admiring the artworks, including an illuminated stilt performer, a fire eater and a hula hoopist. Vic Bruce, head teacher at Shopwell Primary School, said, "We're really happy to have been able to hold the event once again after being unable to due to the pandemic. It's taken a lot of hard work and creativity from everyone involved, but it's been wonderful to see the whole community enjoy our version of Luminaire again." Adult maths and numeracy skills workshops available to residents. Adults across Gateshead who want to improve their numeracy skills can sign up for free workshops and activities thanks to £1.17 million multiply project investment aimed at boosting opportunities for more people to progress and secure well-paid jobs over the course of 3 years. We're delighted that the cash boost from the government's UK Shared Prosperity Fund helps us to deliver tailored courses that meet the needs of the local community. People who improve their numeracy skills are more likely to be in employment, have higher wages and better well-being. Around 17 million adults in England, half of the working age population, have the numeracy skills of primary school children. Poor numeracy skills can hold people back from having the confidence to get on in life and into work. Multiply will offer adults who do already have a GCSE grade C4 or higher in maths or equivalent and need to improve their numeracy, free flexible courses that fit around their lives. To book a place or find out more, go to www.skillsforlife.campaign.gov.uk/courses/multiply or call 0191 433 8646 or you can email multiply@gateshead.gov.uk. Your Gateshead College. We've got 4 campuses and our estate is 31,000 square metres. That's double the size of Holy Island. These are just 3 examples of the difference Gateshead College makes to people's lives. Coming to our college is about so much more than achieving a qualification. Our purpose is to help our students, whatever their background, age or starting point, develop the skills and confidence to be successful in life. We've recently launched our new strategic plan, which puts the local community at the centre. Our vision is simple: to be at the heart of a thriving community, helping people to achieve their full potential and gain the employment edge. That means our learners get industry-inspired education that combines high-quality learning with real-world skills to develop the confidence, personal and professional skills to succeed. So how do we deliver employment edge? Working in partnership with organisations across the region and closer to home in Gateshead is key to this. We've got strong links with key employers including Sage, Gateshead Football Club, Go North East, Metro Centre, Baltic, Proto, the NHS and Gateshead Council. We've also got a strategic partnership with Gateshead Jewish Community, and last year 564 learners from 58 countries, including the Ukraine, Syria and Afghanistan, studied our English for Speakers of Other Languages course. Last year, an astounding 6,622 students and apprentices came to our college. That's enough students to fill the Sage Gateshead's 2 concert halls 3 times over. So how do they do? They go on to achieve some amazing results, and over the last 10 years, our students aged 16 to 18 consistently achieve above the national average for colleges. Last summer, our A-level students had a 99% pass rate and 80% of our learners on extended diplomas got a high grade. The picture is also very positive on one of our adult learners who also achieved well above the national average. For example, 75% of the unemployed adults successfully completing our rail engineering course went into paid work directly from the course compared to a national average of 50%. Whilst our students achieve fantastic results when they're with us, they also go on to achieve great things when they leave us, with 95.8% of learners progressing either into employment or further learning. Last summer, our Lionesses went down in history and won the Euros, and we're so very proud that 2 of our former students, Demi Stokes and Queen of the Jungle Jill Scott, were part of the winning squad. This is just one of the amazing sporting success stories, but we're proud of all of our students, whether they go on to secure places at top universities or find employment off the back of one of our short training boot camps. Our courses are for everyone, including those who have just finished their GCSEs, apprenticeships and adults looking to reskill or retrain. Young or old, we're here for the people of Gateshead and beyond. 534 staff. Fun fact, that's enough people to fill 18 double-decker buses. 98.4% of our learners say that college staff are friendly and helpful. To find out how you can gain your employment edge with Gateshead College, visit www.gateshead.ac.uk. Planning to vote at a polling station in the local elections on the 4th of May? For the first time, you will need photo ID to vote in person. Acceptable forms of ID include passport and driving licence. If you don't have photo ID, you can apply for a free voter authority certificate at www.gov.uk. Find out more at www.gateshead.gov.uk/elections, or you can contact our elections team, and the email is electoralregistration@gateshead.gov.uk, or phone 0191 433 7001. Have your say on the future of leisure centres. The council wants to hear how the potential closure of leisure centres may impact on you. You can have your say online at www.gateshead.gov.uk/leisure consultation. Printed copies of the consultation can be collected from leisure centres. For general inquiries or comments about this consultation, or if you require the consultation in a different format, for example another language or large print, support in responding to the questions, or to request a free post envelope, please phone 0191 433 3000. Consultation ends on Monday the 8th of May. Helping make a difficult time easier. All types of funerals and areas covered. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Private chapel of rest, set in tranquil location within Saltwell Park. 0191 433 4499 and www.regentfuneralservices.co.uk is the place to see online. Saltwell Road South, Saltwell Park, Gateshead, NE9 6DT. Do you have room in your home and your heart to become a Shared Lives carer? Shared Lives supports adults over 16 with additional needs to live thriving and independent lives. Find out how you can become a paid Shared Lives carer today. www.gateshead.gov.uk/shared lives, and the number to contact is 0191 433 2461.